Next on the docket, what's going on in Buffalo? Has Buffalo disappointed everybody? As you hear Mr. Logical say, only one team can win the championship. So when I go back and look at this, you know, Arrowhead Stadium, Buffalo takes the lead, 13 seconds to go. Patrick Mahomes gets down the field. Kansas City kicks a field goal. Go into overtime. Kansas City wins without Buffalo touching the ball. So, not a disappointment because Kansas City was the best team in the NFL. Since Patrick Mahomes has taken over, I mean, it's only 5 straight AFC Championship games, 3 Super Bowl appearances, 2 titles, 2 MVPs. So, boom, that's what you're up against. Probably the best player of a generation. Now, with that being said, coming into last season, myself included, we all picked Buffalo to go to the Super Bowl. A lot of us did to go to the Super Bowl. Some of us picked Buffalo to win the Super Bowl. Then we learned Buffalo's not who we thought they were. They can't run the ball. Von Miller got hurt. So injuries took Buffalo out of place. But also, I just think that maybe Sean McDermott has reached his apex as a head coach. I like Sean McDermott as a head coach. I think the job he's done in Buffalo should be commended. But I also believe that there's certain ceilings and windows that you can't break through. For example, Chicago Bulls, Doug Collins, got them to the Eastern Conference Finals a few times. Those championships didn't start popping until Phil Jackson came in, right? So same concept here. I'm not saying Sean McDermott need to be fired or anything like that. But last year they did lose Brian Dable and they did lose Mike Kafka. So, new offensive coordinator, all the good stuff, right? But Josh Allen is the one with the bad decisions. 3rd and 1, let's throw it 40 yards. 3rd and 4, let me stand in the pocket for 3 seconds and then take off and go right up the middle or whatever. Like these are the decisions that he makes. So fast forward Monday night, the situation with Damar Hamlin. I still can't believe it to this day. Like I wasn't even watching the game live. I came in from the store, saw Twitter going crazy, went on Monday Night Football and saw the ambulance and the stretchers and all that. So from that point, for all intents and purpose, Cincinnati was moving up and down the field on them. The score was only 7-3. I don't know what the outcome of that game would have been, but I feel safe to say that Cincinnati was going to win that game, even though I picked Buffalo. All right. Fast forward, get to the playoffs. They get the Miami Dolphins, 3rd-string quarterback, first-year head coach. And this is a game deep into the 4th quarter that if Miami had anything that resembled time management, we might have had the upset of the year. But it was because Josh Allen kept missing people, 3rd and 2, and he's throwing bombs, overthrowing Gabe Davis twice that I could recall off the top of my head. So then Cincinnati comes in. It's snowing. This is Orchard Park, New York. This is Buffalo. This is what we're here for. But you know what? The snow don't matter if you can't run the ball. So Cincinnati went into that stadium and punked them. But what's the problem, right? Cincinnati went to the Super Bowl the year prior. So it's not as if this was the Jets. It's not as if this was the Jaguars. This was another heavyweight. Now, granted, you don't want to lose in your building in that way. So after the game, Stefon Diggs leaves. He's upset, rightfully so. And he didn't do the reporters. He went home, all that stuff. Everybody made a big deal about it. He tweeted, y'all want me to be okay with losing? I'm fine with that because you know what? He's a human being. And I think we lose sight of that sometimes as far as these athletes' reaction and not reacting the way we want them to. Let somebody catch you at your lowest moment and see how graceful you are with your responses. So then we fast forward. Sean McDermott freaks out because Diggs didn't show up at mandatory OTA. Josh Allen made some comments about it. Now Stephen A. Smith is saying, oh, word on the street is he wants out of Buffalo. Stefon shut it down. Now, I don't think he should want out of Buffalo. I think now is motivation to go out there. You just got Aaron Rodgers in your division, in the Jets. Miami's just putting speed everywhere. You still got Bill Belichick to go through. So if that doesn't motivate you to get better, I don't know what will. Maybe you need to go get Jonathan Taylor. Maybe you need to focus on the run game. So Buffalo is only a disappointment if you put them on a level that they weren't at yet. So like I said, I picked them to win the Super Bowl. I thought they were going to ride the momentum. They went into Arrowhead last season during the regular season and beat the Chiefs. So I thought that was the proverbial monkey off their back. We saw ourselves beat these guys and at their place, no less, where, this heartbreak happened. So look, I'm just putting it out there. If Buffalo doesn't get to the Super Bowl this year, it's over. The NFL panics. They break it up. I don't know if they'll fire McDermott, but Diggs might just be out of there. They might make some moves because at this point, you're just throwing, especially if Kansas City wins again. But what do you think? I want your thoughts. Do you think Buffalo has been a disappointment?